Hello. Oh God, what is the date today? Hello. It's Friday the 30th of March 2018 today, and it's a bank holiday, which means that my mum has the Friday, the weekend and the Monday off work, so she's home today. And she said that if I sort of cleaned the kitchen table, she would give me a lift to this fish aquatic shop, and it's only about 6 minutes drive in the car, but for me to try and go there on public transport I'd have to get a bus to the other side of the city and then another one almost all the way back again just to be able to get anywhere near it, which would be impossible if I was bringing live fish back, and I'd have to do it in my wheelchair as well. So anyway, like I say, she has agreed to take me today and I'm going to be going soon. I'm really excited. I had a bit of a second thought about putting axolotls in my new big tank, and instead I thought I'd just make a really big tropical fish tank, because it's going to give me a lot more sort of visual interest to see all the different types and colours of fish swimming around in there, and I could only keep 2 axolotls with nothing else if I was to go down that route. So yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the tropical fish, and I just want to get a few fish to put in at first, just to sort of let the tank settle and mature a bit, and then I'm gonna choose what I want to go in the tank. I'm thinking some catfish, some angelfish, and I'm not sure what else. So just about ready to go now. I think I've got time for a cup of tea before we head off. So let's see what fish I end up with. Bye for now. Hello, just got back from the pet shop. So I found a really interesting temperate fish, which happens to be a kind that would get on well with all the other fish that I've got in my... Is that him? Yeah. So all the other fish that I've got in my temperate tank, which is the one I've already had set up for a while with the danios and the platies in it. This is him. Let me just show you a close-up. So you can only keep 1 per tank, and they nip fish with long fins, they're called paradise fish, and they like a temperate setting, so they wouldn't go in with my tropical ones, so I just thought he looked ideal to go in with the tank I've already got, and he's a very interesting looking fish. So I'm gonna get him set up in there, and then I'll show you what else I've got. So I'm just leaving my new paradise fish to settle in a little bit before I let him out of the bag. It's a really, really beautiful fish, interesting colours. But the most exciting thing I got is a pair of very interesting fish for my new tank, and since I decided to make it into a tropical fish tank, and it happens to be a really tall tank, that means that it's perfect for this type of fish. So I'd better reveal to you what they are. These are them. I'll give you a close-up in a second. They're 2 angelfish, and these are called koi angelfish because they have the nice yellow coloration on their heads, and I think they're much more beautiful than a normal angelfish. How beautiful are they? And they will grow much bigger as well. So because I was originally thinking of putting axolotls in the tank, I set it up without any gravel or anything, just some really big pebbles, because axolotls can eat gravel and it kills them. But now I've decided I'm going to make it into a tropical tank, and I'm going to have these angelfish, and then I think I'm going to put some Corydoras catfish in that sort of go along the bottom and sift through for bits of dirt and stuff to eat. So I think I'm going to add some sand I've got to the bottom of the tank, and then put some of the pebbles back in, but place them on one side, so I've got one side for the cories to sort of dig in that's just sand, and I also think it'll look nice. And then I'm gonna let my angelfish loose. Hello, so now that I've got my fish all set up in their new homes and I've watched them for far too long, it's time for me to stop procrastinating and start work on this university essay that I've been putting off for ages. I have made a bit of a start in my previous tries. I've got about 500 words, which is about a third of the essay requirement, so I'm gonna just crack on, try and write more, and then worry about neatening it all up and doing the references later. I always did quite enjoy writing essays when I did my undergraduate degree, but not so much now that my brain's always fuzzy.